All who know me have known that I've been trying to get to Western Australia for the last couple of years. I think this is my 4th attempt, and there's always been something that's gone wrong and I've had to head for home. So looks like the same thing has happened. So anyway, looks like this is the end of this adventure, and I'll head home and regroup and start again. Oh, this sucks. Driving down the highway, car starts getting hot. So the gauge started moving up, and it hasn't moved for ages. So I've been sitting there for a while. Found a nice shady spot under a tree. The fan was spinning, belts are on, no leaks in the hoses, overflow's full. When I first got here, pressure was pretty high. The radiator was very hot. Doesn't seem to be any junk in it, blocking the airflow or anything. So 2 possibilities. There's not enough water in the radiator, and I admit I haven't checked it for quite a while. The other possibility is the viscous fan might be faulty, although it's only a new one. Well, it's 9 months old, so I guess it's not new anymore. Anyway, maybe it's cooled down enough to get the cap off. So that's taken probably 5 litres of water. Well, it's still bubbling, and you can see a little bit of like smoke or whatever coming out every now and again. So I'm guessing it's got a cracked head. Once again, I'm back at the old dirt highway crossing of the Edith River. Mainly because I want to get underneath and replace that hose. So here I can do it on nice bare rock, so fairly clean. Yeah, so let's get into it. There's a great deal of room in here. And I've got the suction hose off, but I've got to get to the discharge line, which is just above that. And I've got a vacuum line in the way and panhard rods in the way. See if I can fit them in here and get this thing undone. Not good. It's getting tighter. Well, as expected, the thread snapped off the end of the compressor. So, looks like I ain't fixing that. She's a cactus. So I've got to replace the compressor. Anyway, ain't doing that this time around. Well, as you can see, there's a whole heap of oil pouring out from the leaking axle seal. So I'm guessing that the diff housing is bent because it was replaced not just before I left, and I think it was replaced a couple of times just before that too. It seems to be that every time I actually put it into four-wheel drive, not long after that it starts leaking again. So I'm guessing when it spins it rips the seal. Anyway, looks like I'm going to have to change the housing. Not too sure if you can see that, but that chassis brace I've got coming from one side of the chassis across to the other is just slightly bent up, just where that zip tie and the cable goes across there. Now there's that section of flat in between the two. There's that cross brace, and also inside the tower itself there's a Boss tower brace. So there's 3 different braces on this thing, and it still bends up. I know I'm probably a bit hard on the gear. G'day peoples. The time has come to admit defeat. The Western Australia Jinx has got me again. Now I've got a cracked head, so things overheating like mad, so I've got to replace the motor. I blew a hose on the air compressor, so when I just tried to replace that, I snapped the fitting off the head, so I've got to replace that. The front diff housing is bent, so it keeps doing oil seals. So rear diff, the rear spring tower is bent up a bit, not too bad, but anyway. Yeah, so all in all, and apart from that, it's all going good. So I'm going to give up and head home and do a heap of repairs and hit the road again. Anyway, life's too short to be sad.